Unlock the secrets of your inner power and discover how manifesting your reality is not just a dream, but a deliberate act of creation that starts from within. Imagine for a moment that the divine power that created the universe resides within you. It's not a distant force or an external deity that you must beseech or worship from afar. No, this power is within you, intimately woven into the fabric of your being. To act as if you are God is to awaken to this profound truth and to live from the perspective that you are the master of your reality. The essence of God, the very force that breathed life into the universe, is not a distant entity residing in the heavens, but a living presence within you. This divine power is your true identity, the core of your being. It is the source from which all things flow, the wellspring of creation that animates your every thought, word, and deed. To recognize this is to understand that you are not separate from the divine, but an integral part of it. Imagine for a moment that you hold within you the same creative power that shaped the stars, the planets, and all life. This power is not limited by time, space, or circumstance. It is infinite, boundless, and ever-present. Yet it lies dormant until you consciously awaken to its presence and choose to act from this higher state of awareness. When you acknowledge that this power resides within you, you begin to see the world differently. You realize that you are not at the mercy of external forces, but rather you are the force that shapes your reality. This divine power is not something you must earn or attain, it is your birthright. It has always been there, waiting for you to recognize and claim it. When you do, you begin to live with a sense of purpose, clarity, and confidence that transcends the limitations of the physical world. You start to understand that your thoughts are not mere mental activities, but the very tools with which you sculpt your life. The divine power within you operates through your consciousness, which is the gateway between the spiritual and the material. What you hold in your consciousness, you bring into being. If you hold thoughts of abundance, love, and success, these will manifest in your life. If you hold thoughts of lack, fear, and doubt, these too will become your reality. The power within you responds to your inner world, reflecting it outwardly in the experiences you attract. To tap into this divine power, you must cultivate a deep sense of connection with it. This means quieting the mind, turning inward, and aligning yourself with the truth of your divine nature. It requires you to let go of the false belief that you are powerless or separate from the source of all creation. Instead, you must embrace the understanding that you are a co-creator with the divine, endowed with the ability to bring forth whatever you desire. When you fully grasp the magnitude of the divine power within you, you begin to live from a place of inner strength and certainty. You no longer look outside of yourself for validation or guidance, for you know that all you need is already within you. This power is your guiding light, your inner compass that leads you towards the fulfillment of your highest potential. By aligning with it, you become the master of your destiny, capable of creating a life that reflects the fullness of your divine essence. To assume the authority of God is to step into a position of unparalleled power and responsibility. It is an acknowledgement that you are not merely a passive participant in life, subject to the whims of fate or circumstance, but the active creator of your reality. This authority is not something you need to seek outside of yourself. It is inherent in your very being, waiting for you to claim it. Imagine that within you lies the same authority that commands the forces of nature, that governs the movements of the planets and the cycles of life. This authority is not about control over others or dominance. It is about mastery over your own consciousness and the ability to shape your life according to your highest vision. When you assume this authority, you declare that you are the architect of your destiny, and that nothing outside of you has the power to dictate your experience. Assuming the authority means embracing your role as a divine being, fully capable of manifesting whatever you desire. It requires a shift in perspective from seeing yourself as a victim of external conditions to recognizing that you have the power to change those conditions by changing your inner state. This is not an act of arrogance, but one of profound humility and self-responsibility. It is the realization that your life is a reflection of your thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions, and that by altering these you can alter the course of your life. When you assume the authority, you also take ownership of your choices and actions. You understand that every decision you make, every word you speak, and every thought you entertain has the power to shape your reality. This awareness brings with it a sense of empowerment and accountability. You can no longer blame others or external circumstances for your situation, for you know that you hold the key to your own transformation. This authority also extends to your ability to command the forces of the universe to work in your favor. When you speak your desires with conviction and certainty, the universe responds. It begins to align circumstances, opportunities, and resources to bring your desires into manifestation. But this requires unwavering faith in your own power and the courage to act as if what you want is already yours. Assuming the authority also means releasing any doubts or fears that may hold you back. It involves trusting in the power within you and knowing that you are fully supported by the divine. You are not alone in this journey. The entire universe conspires to assist you when you step into your role as a creator. By assuming the authority, you align yourself with this universal support, allowing it to flow effortlessly into your life. In this state of authority, you move through life with a sense of purpose and direction. You no longer question whether you deserve to have your desires fulfilled, for you know that as a divine being, you are worthy of all that is good and abundant. You no longer wait for permission or validation from others, for you recognize that the only approval you need is your own. You act with confidence, knowing that your thoughts and actions have the power to bring about the reality you seek. To assume the authority is to step into your true power as a co-creator with the divine. It is to take control of your destiny and to live from the understanding that you are the master of your own fate. This is the essence of living as God, to recognize, claim, and embody the divine authority that is your birthright. The process of creation begins not with action, but with thought. Every tangible thing in your life, every circumstance you encounter, first existed as a thought, an idea within your mind. Thought is the seed from which all creation springs. When you truly grasp this, you begin to understand the profound power that lies within your thinking mind. Consider that everything you see around you, the buildings, the technologies, the relationships, even the events that unfold in your life, was first imagined by someone. Before a single brick was laid, before any action was taken, there was a thought, a vision. This is the fundamental truth of creation. It starts with the mind. Your thoughts are not just fleeting mental activities, they are the building blocks of your reality. When you think of something repeatedly, with focus and emotion, you are in essence giving it life. Your thoughts send out vibrations into the universe, and the universe, in turn, responds by aligning circumstances, people, and events to match the frequency of those thoughts. This is why it is said that what you think, you become. Your dominant thoughts shape the world around you. To create through thought, you must first become aware of the thoughts you are entertaining. Are they thoughts of abundance, love, and success? Or are they thoughts of lack, fear, and doubt? The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. Negative, limiting thoughts will create a reality that mirrors those limitations, while positive, expansive thoughts will bring forth a life of abundance and joy. But awareness alone is not enough. To truly harness the power of thought in creation, you must consciously choose the thoughts that serve your highest good. This means deliberately focusing your mind on what you want to create, rather than what you fear or wish to avoid. It requires discipline and consistency, for the mind is easily distracted by the noise of the external world. However, when you train your mind to dwell on thoughts of your desired outcome, you set the creative process in motion. The emotional energy you attach to your thoughts also plays a crucial role in creation. Thoughts charged with strong, positive emotions such as joy, love, and gratitude are more powerful and more likely to manifest quickly. This is because emotions amplify the vibrations of your thoughts, sending out a clearer and stronger signal to the universe. When you think of your desires with excitement and belief, you accelerate the process of their manifestation. Creation through thought also involves the practice of visualization. By vividly imagining your desired outcome, you bring it into sharper focus within your mind. This mental picture acts as a blueprint for the universe to follow. The more detailed and real your visualization, the more powerfully it attracts the corresponding reality. Visualization is not just about seeing the end result, it is about feeling it as if it were already true. When you combine thought with the feeling of having already achieved your desire, you align yourself with the vibration of that reality, drawing it to you with magnetic force. It is important to understand that the universe does not differentiate between thoughts of what you want and thoughts of what you don't want. It simply responds to the energy you emit. If you constantly think about the things you fear or wish to avoid, you inadvertently create more of those experiences in your life. This is why it is essential to direct your thoughts consciously and deliberately toward what you want to bring into your reality. In the realm of thought, there are no limitations. You can imagine and create anything you desire. The only limits that exist are the ones you impose on yourself through limiting beliefs. When you free your mind from these constraints and allow yourself to think expansively, you open the door to infinite possibilities. You are always creating, whether you are aware of it or not. Every thought you think is a step in the process of creation. When you take control of your thoughts and direct them with intention, you become the conscious creator of your life. You move from being a passive participant to being the master of your destiny, shaping your world with the power of your mind. The law of assumption is one of the most powerful principles governing the nature of reality and manifestation. It asserts that whatever you assume to be true, whether consciously or unconsciously, will inevitably manifest in your life. Your assumptions shape your reality because they are the foundation upon which your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are built. By understanding and applying this law, you can take control of your destiny and create the life you desire. At the core of the law of assumption is the understanding that your outer world is a direct reflection of your inner state. What you assume to be true in your mind will become true in your experience. This means that if you assume success, abundance, and happiness as your reality, those experiences will manifest in your life. Conversely, if you assume failure, lack, and struggle, these too will become your reality. The law is impartial and unyielding. It responds to your deepest convictions and beliefs, regardless of whether they are positive or negative. To harness the power of the law of assumption, you must first become aware of the assumptions you currently hold. These assumptions often operate beneath the surface of your conscious mind, shaping your perception of the world and influencing your behavior in subtle ways. For example, if you assume that you are not worthy of success, you may unconsciously sabotage your efforts, attracting situations that confirm this belief. On the other hand, if you assume that you are destined for greatness, you will naturally align yourself with opportunities that lead to success. Once you have identified the assumptions that govern your life, the next step is to consciously choose new assumptions that align with the reality you wish to create. This requires a deliberate and sustained effort to reprogram your mind. You must begin to think, feel, and act as if your desired outcome is already true, regardless of your current circumstances. This is not about wishful thinking or blind optimism. It is about embodying the state of being that corresponds with your desired reality. The key to effectively applying the law of assumption lies in persistence and consistency. Your new assumptions must be held firmly in your mind, repeated daily, and reinforced through your thoughts, words, and actions. This process may require time and patience, especially if your previous assumptions were deeply ingrained. However, with dedication and focus, you can gradually shift your inner state to match the reality you wish to experience. It is also essential to understand that the law of assumption works in conjunction with your imagination. Your imagination is the creative faculty of your mind, capable of visualizing and feeling the reality you desire. When you combine the power of assumption with vivid, emotionally charged imagination, you amplify the energy of your desires and accelerate their manifestation. By imagining yourself living in the state you wish to achieve, you impress this image upon your subconscious mind, which then sets the wheels of creation in motion. Another crucial aspect of the law of assumption is the necessity of faith. You must have unwavering faith in the truth of your new assumptions, even when external circumstances seem to contradict them. This faith is not blind. It is based on the understanding that the external world is simply a mirror reflecting your inner state. As you persist in your new assumptions, the external world will eventually conform to the image you hold in your mind. The law of assumption also teaches the importance of self-concept. Your self-concept is the sum total of all the beliefs and assumptions you hold about yourself. It defines who you are and what you believe you are capable of achieving. By changing your self-concept, by assuming a new identity that aligns with your desired reality, you transform your entire life. When you assume that you are a person who is successful, loved, and fulfilled, you begin to act in ways that bring these experiences into your reality. It is also important to recognize that the law of assumption operates constantly, whether you are aware of it or not. Every moment you are assuming something about yourself, others, and the world around you. These assumptions are the lens through which you view reality, and they dictate what you will experience. By becoming conscious of this process, you can take control of your assumptions and direct them toward the outcomes you desire. To apply the law of assumption effectively, it is essential to maintain a state of inner peace and confidence. This means trusting in the process and letting go of any doubt or anxiety. When you assume with certainty that your desire is already fulfilled, you naturally relax into a state of ease and receptivity. This state of calm assurance is a powerful magnet for the realization of your desires. The law of assumption is not just a tool for manifesting specific desires, it is a way of life. By consistently assuming the best about yourself and your circumstances, you create a life of joy, abundance, and fulfillment. You become the master of your reality, shaping your world according to your highest vision. This is the ultimate power of the law of assumption. It allows you to step into your role as a conscious creator, fully responsible for the life you live. At the heart of all creation lies consciousness. It is the source, the driving force behind everything that exists in the physical world. Consciousness is not merely a passive observer of reality, it is the active creator of it. Everything that you experience in your life, every event, every relationship, every circumstance, is a direct manifestation of your consciousness. Understanding this truth is the key to unlocking your full potential as a creator. Consciousness is the awareness of being. It is the I am at the center of your existence. When you say, I am, you are acknowledging your conscious awareness, your ability to think, to feel, to imagine, and to perceive. This self-awareness is the foundation of all creation, because it is through your consciousness that you bring forth the experiences and conditions of your life. Your consciousness determines the nature of your reality. One of the most profound realizations is that consciousness is not separate from what it creates. There is no division between the creator and the creator and the creation. They are one and the same. Your consciousness is the substance from which your reality is made. When you think a thought, feel an emotion, or hold a belief, you are shaping the very fabric of your experience. The world around you is a mirror reflecting the contents of your consciousness. To fully grasp the creative power of consciousness, it is important to understand the relationship between your inner world and your outer world. The outer world is not an independent, objective reality. It is a projection of your inner state. Whatever you hold in your consciousness, whether it be thoughts, beliefs, emotions, or desires, will inevitably be reflected in your external reality. This is why it is said that as within, so without. Your consciousness is the blueprint for the life you live. The process of creation through consciousness begins with thought. Every thought you think has creative power. It sends out a vibration that influences the energy around you, attracting experiences that match the frequency of that thought. This is why it is essential to become aware of the thoughts you entertain. Positive, empowering thoughts will create a reality that reflects those qualities, while negative, limiting thoughts will bring about experiences that align with them. However, thought alone is not enough. For creation to occur, your thoughts must be charged with emotion. Emotion is the fuel that drives the creative process. It is the energy that propels your thoughts into manifestation. When you feel something deeply, whether it is joy, love, fear, or anger, you amplify the creative power of your thoughts. This is why emotional states are so influential in shaping your reality. A thought combined with strong emotion is a potent force for creation. Belief is another crucial aspect of consciousness as the creator. Your beliefs are the assumptions you hold about yourself and the world. They are the filters through which you perceive reality, and they determine what you consider possible or impossible. Because beliefs are rooted in consciousness, they have a profound impact on your experience. If you believe that you are capable and worthy, you will attract opportunities that reflect this belief. Conversely, if you believe that you are limited or unworthy, you will encounter obstacles that reinforce this perception. The power of consciousness, as the creator, also lies in its ability to imagine. Imagination is the creative faculty of the mind, the ability to form mental images and ideas that are not yet present in the physical world. When you use your imagination to visualize your desires, you are planting the seeds of their manifestation. The clearer and more vivid your mental image, the more likely it is to become a reality. Imagination allows you to see beyond your current circumstances and to envision the life you wish to create. Moreover, consciousness is not bound by time or space. It transcends the physical limitations of the material world. This means that your consciousness has the power to influence not only your present reality, but also your past and future. By shifting your consciousness, you can alter your experience of time, changing the way you perceive and interact with events that have already occurred or that have yet to come. This timeless aspect of consciousness gives you the ability to rewrite your story, to create new outcomes, and to transform your life at any moment. The creative power of consciousness is also evident in the way it interacts with the collective consciousness. Just as your individual consciousness shapes your personal reality, the collective consciousness of humanity shapes the world as a whole. The beliefs, thoughts, and emotions of large groups of people can create powerful collective experiences, such as social movements, cultural trends, or global events. This interconnectedness highlights the responsibility each of us has in contributing to the collective creation. By elevating your own consciousness, you contribute to the elevation of the collective, helping to create a better world for all. To harness the full potential of consciousness as the creator, it is essential to cultivate self-awareness. This involves observing your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs without judgment, recognizing the patterns that shape your reality. Through self-awareness, you can consciously choose the thoughts and beliefs that serve your highest good, rather than being driven by unconscious programming. This practice of mindfulness allows you to take control of the creative process, guiding it in the direction of your desired outcomes. It is also important to recognize that consciousness operates on multiple levels. While your conscious mind plays a significant role in creation, your subconscious mind is equally powerful. The subconscious mind is the repository of all your past experiences, memories, and deeply held beliefs. It operates below the level of conscious awareness, influencing your behavior and perceptions in subtle but profound ways. By reprogramming your subconscious mind through techniques such as affirmations, visualization, and meditation, you can align your conscious and subconscious minds, creating a harmonious and powerful force for manifestation. Consciousness is the ultimate creator, the source of all that exists in your life and the world around you. It is through your consciousness that you bring forth the experiences, relationships, and circumstances that make up your reality. When you understand and embrace the creative power of your consciousness, you step into your true role as the architect of your destiny. You realize that you are not at the mercy of external forces, but are the master of your own fate, capable of shaping your life according to your highest vision. Mastery over circumstances begins with the realization that you are not a victim of the world around you, but rather the creator of your own experience. This shift in perception is profound, as it empowers you to take control of your life and to shape your reality according to your desires. The external circumstances of your life are not random events that happen to you. They are the reflections of your inner state of being. When you understand this truth, you gain the ability to transcend any challenge, to rise above any obstacle, and to mold your circumstances to align with your intentions. Circumstances are often seen as fixed or immutable, but in reality, they are fluid and malleable. They are not set in stone, but are shaped and reshaped by your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. When you assume a position of mastery, you recognize that you have the power to influence and change your circumstances through the conscious direction of your mind. This requires a deep sense of responsibility for your life and a commitment to cultivating the mental and emotional states that will bring about the outcomes you desire. The first step in mastering your circumstances is to develop a mindset of unwavering faith in your ability to create change. This faith is not based on external evidence or past experiences, but is rooted in the understanding that you are the source of your reality. When you believe with absolute certainty that you have the power to transform your circumstances, you activate the creative forces within you that will bring about the desired change. This inner conviction is a powerful catalyst for manifestation. To master your circumstances, it is essential to maintain a clear and focused vision of what you want to achieve. Your vision acts as a blueprint for your reality, guiding your thoughts, emotions, and actions toward the fulfillment of your desires. When you hold a clear vision in your mind, you send a powerful signal to the universe, attracting the people, opportunities, and resources necessary to bring that vision into physical form. This clarity of purpose is a key component of mastery, as it ensures that your energy is directed toward creating the life you desire. Another important aspect of mastering circumstances is the ability to remain centered and calm, regardless of external conditions. When you allow your inner peace to be disturbed by outside events, you relinquish your power to influence those events. Mastery requires that you maintain a state of inner equilibrium, where you are not swayed by the ups and downs of life. This inner stability allows you to respond to challenges with clarity and wisdom, rather than reacting out of fear or desperation. Emotional mastery is also crucial in gaining control over your circumstances. Emotions are powerful forces that can either propel you toward your goals or hold you back. Negative emotions, such as fear, anger, and doubt, can create barriers to success, while positive emotions, such as love, joy, and gratitude, can open doors to new possibilities. By consciously choosing to cultivate positive emotional states, you align yourself with the vibrational frequency of your desired outcomes, making it easier to attract those outcomes into your life. One of the most powerful tools for mastering circumstances is the practice of detachment. Detachment does not mean apathy or indifference, rather. It is the ability to let go of attachment to specific outcomes. When you are attached to a particular result, you create resistance, which can block the flow of energy and delay the manifestation of your desires. By practicing detachment, you release the need for control and allow the natural unfolding of events to occur. This relaxed state of being creates an open and receptive environment for your desires to manifest. In mastering your circumstances, it is also important to recognize the role of persistence that change often requires time and sustained effort, especially when it involves deeply ingrained patterns of thought and behavior. Mastery means committing to the process of transformation, even when progress seems slow or obstacles arise. It means staying focused on your vision and continuing to take inspired action, trusting that the results will come in due time. Persistence is the quality that separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up too soon. Another key element of mastery is the ability to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. Every obstacle you encounter is an invitation to strengthen your resolve, to refine your vision, and to deepen your understanding of yourself. When you view challenges in this way, they lose their power to derail you. Instead of seeing them as setbacks, you begin to see them as stepping stones on the path to your success. This shift in perspective allows you to navigate difficult situations with grace and confidence, knowing that each challenge brings you closer to your ultimate goal. Mastery over circumstances also involves taking full responsibility for your life. This means acknowledging that you are the creator of your reality, and that your circumstances are a reflection of your inner state. It means letting go of blame and victimhood, and instead embracing the power you have to change your life. When you take responsibility for your circumstances, you reclaim your power and position yourself as the master of your destiny. This sense of ownership is empowering, as it puts you in the driver's seat of your life, where you can steer your circumstances in the direction of your choosing. In addition to personal responsibility, mastery also requires a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. Your circumstances are not isolated events, but are part of a larger web of interactions and relationships. Mastery involves recognizing the ripple effects of your thoughts, words, and actions, and understanding how they influence the world around you. By aligning your inner world with your highest intentions, you create positive ripples that extend far beyond your immediate circumstances, influencing the greater whole. Mastery over circumstances is about cultivating a deep sense of trust in the process of life. It is about knowing that, regardless of appearances, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This trust allows you to move through life with ease and confidence, secure in the knowledge that you are always supported by a higher power. It frees you from the need to control every aspect of your life, allowing you to flow with the natural rhythm of the universe. This sense of trust is the foundation of true mastery, as it enables you to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and poise, knowing that you have the power to shape your reality in alignment with your highest vision. Infinite potential resides within you, waiting to be tapped and expressed. This potential is not limited by your current circumstances, your past experiences, or even your present beliefs about what is possible. It is boundless, eternal, and ever-present, existing as a core aspect of your being. To recognize and harness this infinite potential is to step into the fullness of your power, to awaken to the truth of who you are as a limitless creator. Infinite potential begins with the understanding that you are a being of infinite consciousness. Your true nature is not confined to the physical body or the mind that extends far beyond the material realm. You are connected to the infinite intelligence that pervades the universe, the same intelligence that governs the movement of the stars, the cycles of nature, and the unfolding of life itself. This connection to the infinite makes you a conduit for unlimited possibilities, a vessel through which the creative power of the universe can flow. The concept of infinite potential challenges the notion of limitation. Society often conditions us to believe that there are limits to what we can achieve, based on factors such as age, education, background, or resources. However, these limitations are self-imposed constructs, born from a limited perception of reality. When you shift your perspective to align with the truth of your infinite potential, you break free from these mental constraints and open yourself to a world of endless opportunities. One of the key aspects of accessing your infinite potential is the power of imagination. Imagination is the gateway to the infinite, the bridge between the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknown. It is through imagination that you can explore new possibilities, create new realities, and bring forth ideas that transcend the ordinary. When you dare to imagine a reality that goes beyond your current experience, you activate the creative power within you and set the stage for the manifestation of your desires. Infinite potential also lies in your ability to transcend the concept of time. Time, as we perceive it, is a linear construct that often limits our sense of what is possible. We may think in terms of not enough time or it's too late, but in truth, the potential within you is timeless. It exists in the eternal present, where all possibilities are available to you in the here and now. By aligning with this timeless aspect of your being, you can accelerate the manifestation of your desires and bring forth outcomes that may have seemed impossible within the constraints of linear time. Another important aspect of infinite potential is the power of belief. Your beliefs shape your reality, and they either expand or contract your sense of what is possible. When you believe in your infinite potential, you create a mental and emotional environment that supports limitless growth and achievement. This belief is not merely wishful thinking, it is a deep, inner knowing that you are capable of more than you have ever imagined. It is the foundation upon which you build your dreams and the fuel that propels you toward their realization. To tap into your infinite potential, it is essential to cultivate a mindset of openness and curiosity. This means being willing to explore new ideas, to step outside of your comfort zone, and to embrace the unknown. Infinite potential is not static, it is dynamic and ever-expanding. When you approach life with a sense of wonder and a willingness to learn, you open yourself to new possibilities and experiences that can lead to greater levels of success and fulfillment. The infinite potential within you is also reflected in your ability to create. Creation is the expression of your infinite potential in the physical world. Whether it is through art, music, writing, business, or relationships, your creative endeavors are manifestations of the limitless power within you. When you engage in the creative process, you are tapping into the infinite, bringing forth something new and unique that has never existed before. This act of creation is a powerful reminder of your boundless potential. Moreover, infinite potential is not just about personal achievement, it is about contribution. The more you tap into your potential, the more you have to give to the world. Your unique talents, gifts, and abilities are expressions of your infinite potential, and they are meant to be shared. When you use your potential to uplift others, to inspire change, or to make a positive impact, you are aligning with the greater purpose of your existence. This sense of contribution adds depth and meaning to your life, and it amplifies the expression of your infinite potential. To fully embrace your infinite potential, it is important to practice self-mastery. Self-mastery involves gaining control over your thoughts, emotions, and actions so that they are in alignment with your highest vision. It means developing the discipline to stay focused on your goals, the resilience to overcome challenges, and the wisdom to make choices that support your growth. Self-mastery is the key to unlocking your infinite potential because it empowers you to direct your energy in ways that lead to the fulfillment of your dreams. Infinite potential is also expressed through your capacity for love and compassion. Love is the highest vibration, the most powerful force in the universe. When you allow yourself to embody love, you align with the infinite potential within you. Love expands your awareness, opens your heart, and connects you to others in profound ways. It dissolves barriers and limitations, allowing the full expression of your potential to flow. Compassion, as an extension of love, enables you to see the infinite potential in others and to support them in realizing it. Infinite potential is not something that you need to strive for or attain. It is already within you. It is the essence of who you are, the core of your being. The journey of life is not about acquiring something you lack, but about awakening to the truth of your infinite nature. As you peel away the layers of conditioning, fear, and doubt, you reveal the boundless potential that has always been there. This awakening is the realization that you are a limitless being, capable of creating and experiencing anything you desire. Infinite potential is the ultimate expression of your divinity. It is the recognition that you are not separate from the creative force of the universe, but are one with it. When you fully embrace this truth, you step into a life of unlimited possibilities, where you can manifest your highest aspirations and live in alignment with your true purpose. This is the essence of living from a place of infinite potential, where you are not defined by your past or limited by your circumstances, but are free to create a reality that reflects the magnificent your true self. Faith in the unseen is the cornerstone of all creation, the invisible thread that connects your desires with their physical manifestation. It is the unwavering belief in that which cannot yet be touched, seen, or experienced with the physical senses. This faith is not based on external evidence, but on an inner knowing that what you desire is already yours in the invisible realm of consciousness. It is this faith that bridges the gap between the spiritual and the material, turning thoughts into things and dreams into reality. Faith in the unseen begins with the recognition that reality is far more than what is perceived through the five senses. The physical world, as tangible as it may seem, is only a small fraction of the true nature of existence. Beyond the visible, there exists an infinite realm of potential, where all possibilities are present and waiting to be brought into form. This unseen realm is the source of all creation, the fertile ground from which everything in the physical world emerges. To have faith in the unseen is to trust in this deeper reality, to believe in the power of the unseen forces that shape and govern your life. This faith requires you to let go of the need for immediate proof or confirmation from the outside world. It asks you to rely on the certainty that comes from within rather than the validation of external circumstances. When you have faith in the unseen, you understand that what you are creating is real, even if it has not yet materialized in your physical experience. This type of faith is powerful because it is rooted in the understanding that the unseen is the true reality, and the physical world is simply a reflection of it. Cultivating faith in the unseen involves developing a deep and unwavering trust in the creative process. It means believing that your desires are already in the process of becoming, even if you cannot yet see the evidence of their arrival. This trust is not passive, it is an active, dynamic force that propels you forward, guiding your thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with your desired outcome. Faith in the unseen is what keeps you moving toward your goals, even when the path ahead is unclear or the journey seems long. One of the key aspects of faith in the unseen is the ability to focus on the end result rather than the current circumstances. When you fix your attention on the final outcome, you are aligning yourself with the reality you wish to create. This focus strengthens your faith and keeps you anchored in the belief that your desired outcome is inevitable. It allows you to move through challenges and setbacks with confidence, knowing that these are simply part of the process and not indicators of failure. By keeping your eyes on the prize, you maintain the vibrational alignment necessary for your desires to manifest. Faith in the unseen also requires patience and perseverance. The process of creation often involves a period of gestation during which your desires are being prepared to enter the physical world. During this time, it is essential to maintain your faith, even if you see no visible signs of progress. Patience allows you to remain calm and centered, trusting that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. Perseverance ensures that you continue to take inspired action, even when the journey seems slow or difficult. Together, patience and perseverance are the qualities that sustain your faith in the unseen until your desires become visible. Another important element of faith in the unseen is the practice of detachment. Detachment does not mean a lack of interest or desire, rather. It is the ability to release the need for immediate results or specific outcomes. When you are detached, you are able to hold your desires lightly, without clinging to them or becoming anxious about their manifestation. This state of detachment allows you to remain open and receptive to the infinite possibilities that exist in the unseen realm. It frees you from the limitations of the mind and allows the creative process to unfold naturally and effortlessly. Faith in the unseen is also deeply connected to the power of imagination. Imagination is the tool through which you access the unseen realm and bring your desires into focus. When you imagine your desired outcome with vividness and clarity, you are engaging the creative power of your mind to make the unseen seen. Imagination allows you to experience the reality of your desires in the present moment, reinforcing your faith in their eventual manifestation. By continually imagining the fulfillment of your desires, you are building a bridge between the unseen and the seen, making your dreams more tangible and real. In addition to imagination, visualization is a powerful practice for strengthening your faith in the unseen. Visualization involves mentally rehearsing the experience of your desired outcome, seeing it, feeling it, and living it in your mind's eye. Through visualization, you are able to create a detailed and compelling image of your desired reality, one that your subconscious mind accepts as true. This mental picture becomes a blueprint for your physical reality, guiding your thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with your desires. The more vividly you can visualize your desired outcome, the stronger your faith in the unseen becomes. Faith in the unseen also requires a deep sense of inner knowing. This knowing is not based on logic or reason, but on an intuitive sense that what you desire is already on its way to you. It is a feeling of certainty that transcends doubt and fear, a quiet confidence that comes from within. This inner knowing is a powerful force that sustains your faith, even in the face of external challenges. It is the voice within that assures you that everything is working out for your highest good, that your desires are being fulfilled in perfect timing and in the most harmonious way. Faith in the unseen is about surrendering to the higher power that orchestrates all of creation. It is about recognizing that you are a co-creator with the divine, that your desires are supported by the infinite intelligence that governs the universe. This surrender is not about giving up control, but about trusting that the universe is always working in your favor. When you surrender to this higher power, you align yourself with the flow of life, allowing your desires to manifest with grace and ease. This surrender is the ultimate expression of faith in the unseen, as it acknowledges the presence of a greater force that is guiding and supporting you every step of the way. Living from the end is a powerful principle that transforms your reality by aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the fulfillment of your desires, as if they have already come to pass. This concept challenges the conventional way of thinking, which is often rooted in reacting to present circumstances rather than consciously creating the future. When you live from the end, you mentally and emotionally dwell in the state of your desired outcome, thereby drawing it into your experience with an irresistible magnetic force. Living from the end requires you to embody the version of yourself who has already achieved your goals and desires. This means that instead of waiting for external circumstances to change before you feel a certain way, you deliberately choose to feel and act as though your desired reality is already true. For example, if your goal is to experience financial abundance, living from the end would involve adopting the mindset, attitudes, and behaviors of someone who already enjoys that abundance. You would think, speak, and make decisions as though your wealth is a present reality, even if your current circumstances suggest otherwise. This principle is grounded in the understanding that your outer world is a reflection of your inner state of consciousness. By living from the end, you are essentially programming your subconscious mind to accept your desired outcome as a fact. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It simply responds to the dominant thoughts and feelings you hold. When you consistently dwell in the state of having already achieved your desires, your subconscious mind takes this as a directive and begins to organize your experiences in alignment with that reality. One of the key aspects of living from the end is the practice of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This means that you consciously generate the emotions that you would feel if your desire were already realized. These emotions might include joy, gratitude, relief, or excitement. By consistently cultivating these feelings, you create a vibrational match between your inner state and the reality you wish to experience. This vibrational alignment is what attracts your desired outcome into your life, as the energy you emit through your emotions acts as a signal to the universe, drawing corresponding experiences to you. Living from the end also involves a shift in your self-concept. To successfully manifest your desires, you must see yourself as the person who already possesses what you seek. This requires letting go of any limiting beliefs or self-imposed identities that contradict your desired reality. For example, if you desire to be in a loving relationship, you must release any beliefs that you are unworthy of love or that relationships are difficult. Instead, you would adopt the self-concept of someone who is naturally loved and cherished, who attracts harmonious and fulfilling relationships with ease. As you embody this new self-concept, your external reality will begin to reflect it. Another important aspect of living from the end is the use of mental rehearsal or visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool that allows you to mentally experience your desired outcome as if it is happening right now. When you visualize, you create a vivid, sensory-rich image of your desired reality in your mind. You see it, hear it, and feel it with as much detail as possible. By regularly engaging in this practice, you reinforce the belief that your desire is already fulfilled, and you impress this belief upon your subconscious mind. Over time, this mental image becomes so real to you that it must manifest in your physical experience. Living from the end also involves trusting the process and letting go of any attachment to how or when your desire will manifest. This trust is rooted in the understanding that the universe is always working in your favor, orchestrating events and circumstances to bring your desires into fruition. When you live from the end, you do not need to worry about the how, because you know that the how is not your concern. Your job is simply to maintain your focus on the end result, to feel the joy and satisfaction of its fulfillment, and to act in alignment with that reality. The universe will take care of the rest, guiding you through inspired actions and serendipitous opportunities that lead to the realization of your desires. In addition to trust, patience is an essential component of living from the end. While some manifestations may occur quickly, others may require time to unfold. During this period, it is important to remain steadfast in your belief that your desired outcome is inevitable. Patience allows you to maintain your focus and emotional alignment even when there is no immediate evidence of change in your external world. It is a quiet confidence that comes from knowing that the seeds you have planted in your consciousness will bear fruit in due time. This patience is not passive, it is an active state of expectancy, where you continue to live from the end with faith and anticipation, knowing that your desire is on its way. Living from the end also means that you take inspired action that is consistent with your desired reality. When you truly believe that your desire is already fulfilled, your actions will naturally align with that belief. You will begin to make decisions, take steps, and engage in behaviors that reflect the reality you are living from. These actions are not forced or contrived, they flow naturally from the state of being that you have assumed. This is because living from the end not only changes your inner world, but also influences your outer behavior, guiding you to act in ways that bring your desire into physical form. Another powerful aspect of living from the end is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is a high-frequency emotion that amplifies your ability to manifest your desires. When you are grateful for something, you are acknowledging that it is already yours, and this acknowledgement strengthens your connection to your desired reality. By expressing gratitude for your desired outcome, as if it has already happened, you are reinforcing your belief in its fulfillment and creating a positive feedback loop that accelerates the manifestation process. Gratitude also shifts your focus away from any lack or limitation, keeping you aligned with the abundance and possibilities of your desired reality. Living from the end is a transformative way of being that not only changes your personal reality, but also elevates your overall consciousness. As you practice living from the end, you develop a greater sense of empowerment, confidence, and mastery over your life. You come to realize that you are not a passive observer of your circumstances, but an active creator of your experience. This realization expands your sense of what is possible and opens you to new levels of growth, achievement, and fulfillment. By consistently living from the end, you create a life that is not just a reflection of your desires, but a true expression of your highest potential. Manifesting your reality is the process of bringing your inner desires, dreams, and visions into your external world. It is the understanding that your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are not just passive experiences, but powerful forces that shape the fabric of your existence. Every aspect of your life, your relationships, career, health, and wealth is a direct reflection of what you hold within your consciousness. When you grasp this concept, you realize that you are the creator of your reality, capable of molding your life in alignment with your deepest desires. The process of manifesting your reality begins with clarity of intention. Before you can bring anything into your life, you must first know what it is that you truly desire. This involves looking beyond surface-level wants and connecting with the deeper, more meaningful aspects of your desires. What do you want to experience? How do you want to feel? What kind of life do you wish to create? By defining your desires with precision and depth, you set a clear target for your energy and focus. This clarity is essential because it directs the creative power of your mind, setting the manifestation process in motion. Once you have clarity of intention, the next step in manifesting your reality is to align your thoughts with your desired outcome. This means consistently thinking in ways that support and affirm what you wish to create. It requires you to be mindful of the mental dialogue that runs through your mind each day. Are your thoughts aligned with abundance, love, and success? Or are they filled with doubt, fear, and limitation? The thoughts you entertain on a regular basis act as the building blocks of your reality, so it is crucial to cultivate a mindset that is in harmony with your desires. In addition to aligning your thoughts, it is equally important to align your emotions with your desired reality. Emotions are the energetic fuel that powers the manifestation process. When you feel positive emotions such as joy, gratitude, and excitement, you are vibrating at a frequency that attracts similar experiences into your life. On the other hand, negative emotions like fear, frustration, and hopelessness create resistance and block the flow of what you want. To manifest your reality effectively, you must learn to generate and sustain the emotions that correspond to your desired outcome, even before it has manifested. One of the most powerful ways to align your emotions with your desires is through the practice of visualization. Visualization allows you to mentally and emotionally immerse yourself in the experience of your desired reality. By vividly imagining the fulfillment of your desires, you create a mental image that your subconscious mind accepts as real. This mental image is accompanied by the corresponding emotions, making the experience feel tangible and real in the present moment. The more detailed and emotionally charged your visualization, the more powerfully it influences your subconscious mind and accelerates the manifestation process. Another key aspect of manifesting your reality is the role of belief. Beliefs are the deeply held convictions that shape your perception of what is possible for you. They act as filters through which you interpret your experiences and make decisions. If you hold limiting beliefs such as the belief that you are unworthy of success or that abundance is scarce, you will unconsciously sabotage your efforts to manifest your desires. Therefore, it is essential to identify and transform any beliefs that are not in alignment with your desired reality. This can be done through techniques such as affirmation, self-reflection, and inner work, which help to reprogram your mind with empowering beliefs that support your goals. In manifesting your reality, it is also important to understand the role of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the part of your consciousness that operates below the level of your conscious awareness. It is responsible for storing your beliefs, habits, and memories, and it plays a crucial role in the manifestation process. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is real, and what is imagined. It simply responds to the instructions it receives from your conscious mind. By consistently feeding your subconscious mind with positive thoughts, emotions, and images, you program it to align with your desired reality, making manifestation a natural and effortless process. Taking inspired action is another vital component of manifesting your reality. While your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are powerful, they must be accompanied by action in the physical world. Inspired action is action that is aligned with your desires and is taken with a sense of purpose and enthusiasm. It is not about forcing or pushing your way to your goals, but rather about moving in harmony with the flow of life. When you take inspired action, you are acting as though your desired reality is already unfolding, which reinforces your belief in its inevitability and propels you closer to its realization. Living in a state of gratitude is another key to manifesting your reality. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. It opens your heart to the abundance that is present in your life and amplifies your ability to attract more of what you desire. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, you raise your vibrational frequency, which aligns you with the positive energy of the universe. This, in turn, makes you a magnet for the experiences, opportunities, and people that support the manifestation of your desires. Patience and persistence are also essential qualities in the process of manifesting your reality. While some manifestations may occur quickly, others may take time to materialize. During this time, it is important to remain patient and trust in the process. Patience allows you to stay centered and focused, even when you do not see immediate results. Persistence ensures that you continue to hold your vision and take consistent action toward your goals, regardless of any obstacles or delays. Together, patience and persistence keep you in alignment with your desired reality and prevent you from giving up before your manifestation has had a chance to fully unfold. Manifesting your reality involves surrendering to the flow of life. This means letting go of the need to control every aspect of the manifestation process and trusting that the universe is working in your favor. Surrender is not about giving up on your desires, but about releasing any attachment to how or when they will manifest. It is about allowing the creative process to unfold naturally and in its own time. When you surrender, you open yourself to the infinite possibilities that exist in the universe and allow your desires to manifest in the most harmonious and effortless way possible. This state of surrender is the ultimate expression of trust in the creative power within you, as it acknowledges that you are always supported and guided on your journey to manifesting your reality. In conclusion, the power to manifest your reality lies within you. By aligning your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with your deepest desires, you tap into the divine creative force that shapes your existence. Through clarity of intention, visualization, inspired action, and unwavering faith, you become the architect of your life, capable of bringing your dreams into reality. Remember that your external world is a mirror of your inner state, and by mastering the art of manifestation, you take control of your destiny. Embrace your role as the creator of your life and watch as your reality transforms in alignment with your highest aspirations,